This time I've got the 7.8 Overdrive with the 77 and a 44 centimeter effective volt. Been asked a few times in the comments about why my harness lines are back quite a long way, so I might try moving them around and seeing how it feels. So you can see at this point there's 7 red bars, I've got 6 in the middle there, so I'm covering 5 and 7. Got the harness lines in number 6. Probably the centre. I don't know, I'm using the harness line so much, so one hand would be there. So very full sail. Right, try moving them forward. So 6 and 4. So pretty much in position 5 in the middle now. So I'll see how that feels. Instantly does feel different for me. I feel like I'm shifting my weight forward. Front hand might be a bit further back, not so much back, but closer to them. I do similar, doesn't feel too bad. I'm going to keep these ones here, just change to one hand, about there. Definitely, my hand's now back there. Alright, I'm moving them forward again, so they're now position 4. Oh, instantly, this feels horrid. The rig just wants to pivot forward. Feel like I'm all twisted. Now I'm back here, so very different. Could never have done that. The rig wasn't as raked back, so if I want the rig raked back, I mean, this just feels comfortable here, what I'm used to. I've got a seat harness. I feel getting up on the plane, if you bear away with your harness line back, you can be standing further back. I think there's a lot of benefit in having them further back. Your body takes all the weight. So position 4 probably felt fairly central maybe, I think. So now we'll try position 3. I look just so far away from where I want to hook in. I can't really hook in till I'm going. Right, the backhand pressure's enormous. Nose of the board. They're just all backhand and not raked back. I'm going to twist my body. Sort of got to, can't have my legs straight. So sailable, feel like I'm leaning forward. So I can hook in here off the plane and I can just feel powered up. As in I can feel I've got the power there. So a bit of a gust and my body just drags the board along. Can stand right back, get it going easy. Sure, that's easier standing back further on the board. Can't necessarily let go because my front hand's taking a bit. but my body's taking all the weight. Okay, position 2. It just seems so far forward. Now my body wants to be back here, so if I've got no power in the sail at all, I'll just come off the plane. I don't even know how to get going. It's like I'm not able to put the rig forward and get any power in it. Have to unhook to get going, because normally I'm not. Normally I glide onto the plane by bearing downwind, but I can't with the harness lines where they are. The backhand pressure is just insane, trying to catch some wind. I would almost say impossible for me to sail like that. Put them back here. I'll go back to 3. So 2 was, I'd say, unsaleable for me. Might see what these are like further back. So if I put 7 for this setting, I reckon I'll probably feel okay. I can just lean the rig forward and take off, and all my weight's in the harness, so it's easy to get going. And that is a fair way back, but it's not too far back. You just got so much power. I think the further back, the more power. So I had them on setting 2 in the middle, too far forward completely. Couldn't really sail. So now I've got them back at 3, working my way back. And I'm still, you can just see the angle where I want to sail. I lose all the wind. It just spills all the wind out the back. I want the mast to be down there. So even at this position 3, it does feel really bad for me. I've almost got to hold my hand back there to get leverage, to get power, because if I hold it here, I've got none to bring it in. So, and where I want the rig, the lines are angled back, and I'm not comfortable. And I want to bear off there. My backhand is doing all the work. I'm going to bring these forward. So I just want it position 6 where I want it. Straight line. I think that's just straight. I can grab the harness, upper rope, absolutely power upwind. Another benefit, having them back. Obviously I couldn't do this with them forward, if the mast had come towards me. So I think that feels great. That's where I have them. Right, back to position 4 now. Even with my hand, like my handstands here, when I'm holding the sail, I can tell it's too far forward, the lines. I'm not going to hold my hand here. Too twitchy, and it just wants to be there with no power. I want to catch the wind. Power. It's becoming saleable here. I think position 2 I couldn't. Position 3 terrible. Position 4 because of where it is, I feel I've got to lean forward, I've got to stand further forward. If it was really windy, or windier, it would be different, I think. So I'm going to have to try it again. Okay, now back to position 6, where I was to begin with. Okay, the rig wants to fall backwards. I've got to keep it upright with my front arm. Not a lot of pressure there though, and the weight is in my harness, and the rig's high. It's not like that, it's up here. So I think the rig just feels more upright, and if I bear away, I've got more power with no effort in my arms. My body's taking that when I bear off. There's a bit of wind up here, so I haven't got much more wind than I have had. This is a bit here. I can just bear off easier and get into the straps and have my weight further back and the rig open. So that's it, that's my normal, and I just feel I can point and I can turn off the wind and I can push on the fin. And really bear off instantly. I'm just pivoting around the harness line. I'm bearing off deeper. See my track there? Very nice, easy, just bearing off. Bear off, effortless, because my body's got it. Suddenly, that's when it's bear off, it's like a forward. You can just lean forward. So the rig really pulls the board around. Okay, well, not a lot of wind out there, but it was good to play around with the harness lines. I've got mine where you've got the 6 in the middle of the harness lines. Feels good for me. Just a lot of takes away a lot of that backhand pressure and lets the rig lean forward and sort of pulls you along almost. As I moved them forward, you just lost that pull, and you ended up having to try and catch the wind by using your backhand to pull the sail in, but I couldn't release my front hand because the harness lines were so far forward that I couldn't get any power in the sail. So I really, maybe a little bit further forward I could sail. Much more than that, and I found it awkward and not very comfortable at all. Putting it sort of right further forward, it was, the harness lines were just angled back. I've got the straps right at the back, and I've got the mast track back a fair way, and I just want the rig forward. And then I can rake it back and lock in. So if I was just standing upright, and it was the same when you're planing to when you're sailing to when you're standing there, probably you could have them a lot further forward and just let the wind sort of, yeah, that power of the wind get you going. But if you want to really get the most out of the wind and get a lot of power in the sail, I think having them raked back, or having the harness lines back, being able to rake the sail back, feels a lot better. It was interesting holding on to the uphaul. You could do that when you've got the harness lines back. That's sort of the feel you want. You want your hands back a bit, but the sail forward. And having the harness lines back allows you to do that. With the harness lines forward, you're too close to the boom, and trying to get that power into the sail was really tricky. But I think everyone's quite different. I know some people sail with the harness lines really at the front and love it, can go quick and sailing really well. Also, just getting going, I've found having the harness lines in the back position, you just lean forward, bear off the wind, and you'll get going and up on the plane. But with the harness lines forward, you can't really lean forward. I really couldn't get going in the harness lines. I'd have to be out of the harness lines, pumping and then trying to hook in. Whereas with the harness lines back, you could be in the harness lines, just lean that rig forward or open your front arm out, bear off downwind, and you just get up on the plane and then rake it back in. So probably for me, it's that ease of not having too much arm pressure, front or back. As soon as I put them further forward, I could feel that backhand pressure, and I found it hard to really, put the rig forward and rake it back. Anyway, all very interesting. Not a lot of wind. Probably need to repeat it when there's quite a lot more wind.